Karanjetlilive.
So guys, now we will discuss the first come first serve scheduling. Okay, so what is first come first serve? Guys, it is the simplest of the CPU scheduling. So it says any process which comes first will get executed first. Okay, any process which comes after it will be executed after that. So it is the simplest of the scheduling. It is the simplest of the scheduling. Anything which comes first gets serviced first. Okay, so now in first come first serve, so guys, we will take this example to calculate the waiting time, average waiting time, turnaround time. So guys, as I told you, the CPU scheduling, which it is dependent upon many factors. So what are those factors? Waiting time, turnaround time, and we will study them one by one with the example. Okay, and we will calculate the average waiting times and turnaround times for your better understanding. Okay, so guys, now this is first come first serve. Okay, these are my 5 processes. These are my 5 processes: P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, and these are their arrival times. These are their arrival times, means which process came at what time, right? And these are the burst time. So what is burst time? Burst time tells how much time of the CPU this process needs to complete its execution. Okay, so process P1 needs how much time? 4 seconds. P2 needs how much time? 3 seconds from the CPU to complete their execution. Okay, now guys, how this works? Okay, now it is first come first serve. So any process which comes first will be executed first. Now these are their arrival times. These are their arrival times. Out of this arrival time, which is the process which came first? So arrival time 1, arrival time 0. Okay, so if you see process P2 and P4, they arrived at the same time and they both arrived first, then all other processes. Okay, now 2 different processes have same arrival time, right? So which process out of these P2 and P4 CPU will pick? Which process the CPU will pick to execute? So guys, which process it will pick? It will pick the process which was created first. No matter at what time they arrive, but it will pick the process which was created first. So which process was created first? P2. P2, as the name indicates, P2 was created first, P4 was created later, but both arrived to the CPU at the same time, that is time is 0. So it will start with P2. So we will make a Gantt chart. So time is 0. Which process is executed first? P2. Now how much time it needs from the CPU to complete its execution? It needs 3 seconds. So P2 starts at time 0 and it finishes at time 3. Now P2 is done. Now P2 is done. Now again check the times. Okay, now at time 3, what are the processes which are already there? We have P4 at time 0, we have P3 at time 1, and we have P2 at time 2. So out of these 3, which came first? That is P4. So now at time 3 it will pick P4. And how much time P4 needs? So time 3 P4 will start, and how much time P4 needs? P4 needs 10 seconds. Okay, so it started at 3, it needs 10 seconds to complete. So 10 plus 3 is 30. At time 30 P4 will also finish. Okay, now how many processes we have? We have process P1, P3 and P5, right? So one arrival time is 1, others is 2, another is 3. Now which one it should pick? First come. So out of these 3, which came first? That is P3. So time 13, P3 starts. So how much time P3 needs? P3 needs 9 seconds. So 13 plus 9 gives you how much? 13 plus 9 gives you 22. 13 plus 9 gives you 22. So P3 will finish at time 22. Okay. So now what is left? So we have 2 and 4. So the which is next? P1 is next. So it will start at time 22 and it will finish at, so this is P1, started at time 22, it needed 4 seconds, 22 plus 4 is 26, it finishes at 26. Then comes P5, the last one. So how much time it needs? It needs 6 seconds. So 26 plus 6, what we have is P5, and it will finish at time 32, and it will finish at time 32. So guys, what we have here is we have something called as Gantt chart for the first come first serve CPU schedule. So guys, now after we finish our Gantt chart, and from this Gantt chart we can calculate the other factors, right? For example, average waiting time, turnaround time, and so on. Okay, how do we calculate the average waiting time? Okay, so guys, to calculate the average waiting time, we need to calculate the waiting time of each process. We need to calculate the waiting time of each process, waiting time of each process, right? So what is waiting time? Waiting time, how do you calculate? Waiting time says starting time minus arrival time. What time that process started and at what time that process came. What time that process started and what time that process came. So what we will get is, we will get the waiting time. Okay, start time minus arrival time will give us the waiting time. Okay, now suppose guys, these are our, now you make a table, these are our processes. Okay, for first which process is there? First process is P3. At what time it started? It started at 0, time 0. And what was the arrival time of P3? Sorry, our process is P2. What was the arrival time of process P2? That was 0. So 0 minus 0 will give you 0. So the waiting time of process P2, the waiting time of process P2 is 0. When it came, at same time it got the CPU and it did not have to wait. So then comes process P4. So what time P4 started? P4 started at time 3. P4 started at time 3. What time P4 arrived? It arrived at time 0. So 3 minus 0, how much time P4 has to wait? It had to wait for 3 seconds before it got the CPU, right? So then came process P3. Then came process P3. What time P3 started? It started at time 30. What time P3 arrived? It arrived at time 1. So how many seconds it has to wait? 13 minus 1, that is 12. 13 minus 1, that is 12. Now coming to this process P1. What time P1 started? It started at time 22. And what time P1 came? It came at time 2. It arrived at time 2. So how much time it has to wait? It had to wait 20 seconds. Then comes P5. Then comes P5. So what time P5 started? P5 started at time 26. P5 started at time 26. And what time P5 came? P5 came at time 5. So 26 minus 5 is 21. 26 minus 5 is 21. So guys, what will be the average waiting time? What will be the average waiting time. It will be waiting time of each processes divided by total number of processes. How many processes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what do we have is 0 plus 3 plus 12 plus 20 plus 21 divided by 5. So how much it will be? 0 plus 3 is 3, 3 plus 12, 15, 15 plus 20 is 35, 35 plus 21. 35 plus 21 should give us 56 divided by 5. Let us check it again. 21 plus 20 is 41. 41 plus 12 is 53. 53 plus 6 is 56. So what it should be? It should be around 5 ones are 5, then 5 ones are 5, then 11.2, not 5. It should be 11.2. That should be the average waiting time. 56 divided by, again, okay, 11.2 into 5, 10, 1 carry, yeah, 5 and 56, yes. So it should be 11.2 will be your average waiting time. So guys, what I am trying to tell you is, so which scheduling you are using? First come, first serve, shortest job first, no matter, right? Once you get this Gantt chart, from this Gantt chart you can calculate the average waiting time. Okay, now when I do the next explanations, we will prepare the Gantt chart, okay, and how you calculate the waiting time, again you can refer to this video to calculate the waiting time or the average waiting time for each process in that schedule. So guys, I hope this is clear. Okay, so in upcoming videos I am going to discuss shortest job first, priority scheduling and round robin scheduling with the preemption. So all of you guys stay tuned for the next videos, and still if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do it, okay, as I'll be uploading more and more IT stuff on my channel. So guys, all of you, thanks for watching and stay tuned.